Would you still date your boyfriend if your family didn't approve of him? I met my boyfriend Jason when I was a freshman in college. He was about 12 years older than me and was a teacher at the high school down the road from the college. We met at a local cafe where I accidentally ran into him and spilled coffee down the front of his shirt. After that, he asked me out on a date and we got together. It was a beautiful relationship, but I haven't told my parents yet about him because I was afraid they wouldn't approve of the age gap. My parents were very strict when it came to approving the relationships of their children. I decided to wait until the annual family reunion to introduce him to anyone in my family. I didn't even tell my siblings I was dating anyone. This was going to come as a shock to them all. Jason and I drove 6 hours to my hometown where my family lived. We entered my parents' house holding hands. I figured they couldn't yell at me too much if there were a lot of people hanging around. The family reunions normally involve the whole neighborhood for some reason. It was a block party, and people were coming in and out of my parents' house, using their pool. I squeezed Jason's hand when we entered the house. My oldest brother saw us first. His eyes widened when he saw us holding hands. Then he paled slightly before grinning widely. "Sis," he exclaimed loudly. "You made it! Who's this?" I pulled Jason forward, presenting him proudly. "This is my boyfriend Jason," I announced. I heard the gasps coming from behind us, and I spun around to face Mom, who was red in the face. I couldn't tell if it was from anger or embarrassment, though. But why would she be embarrassed? "Are you seriously doing this here?" Mom hissed. "Now?" I frowned. "What are you talking about?" She shook her head in disgust. "You aren't welcome here with him," she snarled. "Get out of my house." My eyes widened and my jaw dropped in surprise. "Mom," I whispered, exchanging a confused glance with my brother. "Why are you being like this?" Mom shot Jason a disgusted look. "Why are you dating someone twice your age?" she demanded. I choked on my spit. "He isn't twice my age," I snapped. "I'm offended you would think that. Besides, it's none of your business who I date." Mom suddenly leaped at me, grabbing my arm in her tight grip and dragging me to the front door. I yelped in pain, and Jason immediately leaped to my defense, grabbing my mom's arm and yanking her hand off of me. Mom stumbled slightly and stared at Jason with wide eyes. "Don't touch her like that again," Jason said coldly. Mom glanced at me and sneered. "I want you out of my house," she said in an icy tone. I was starting to panic. "Where's Dad?" I demanded. "Don't look to him for help," Mom snapped. "You've defied us for the last time. What did you think was going to happen when you brought home someone way too old for you? Choose him or your family, because if you choose him, then you're cut off for good." Triumph lit up her face as she waited for my answer. It was like she already knew what I was going to choose, and Jason thought he knew too because he suddenly looked dejected. I shook my head in disgust. "Why the heck would I want to be part of a family who is so close-minded?" I asked quietly with a head shake. Tears filled my eyes and spilled down my cheeks. "You give me no choice. I choose Jason, always." Mom stared at me in shock. "What?" she hissed. "You realize you will be completely cut off. No more income from us, no more trust fund, nothing." I glanced around at the crowd we gathered, noticing the frowns they shot at my mom. Not everyone was on her side, and that warmed my heart. I sighed tiredly. "I know," I said. "My decision remains." "Fine," Mom spat. "Get out of my house." "What is going on?" Dad's voice suddenly booms through the silence in the room. Mom flinches and turns to him with a beaming smile on her face. "Dear, where have you been?" she asked. Dad ignored her question. "Why are you bullying our daughter?" he demanded hotly. He glanced at me with a small smile. "You will never be cut off from the family," he promised. Then he frowned at Mom. "Maybe you should leave," he said. Mom's jaw dropped. "You can't be serious." Dad narrowed his eyes on her. "You're lucky I'm not filing for divorce right now," he snapped. Mom's mouth snapped shut. She ended up getting kicked out of the reunion, and when she came back to the house, she wasn't sorry for how she acted toward Jason. Dad filed for divorce the next day.